Hey guys, Bats0867 here back for another video. What's going on, guys? And today we're here back on my Minecraft Gotham City world once again. Last video we looked at the light and power building. I didn't get too many suggestions for the inside. A lot of you guys seem to like it though. You're saying what I was saying about everything made sense. So I'm glad that I was actually making sense and everything. So I'm guessing you guys liked the inside. There was no problems. I honestly, personally thought it looked a little bit plain, but I didn't really see any suggestions. So until I get some suggestions for the inside, or if I get any at all, if I do, I will be sure to change the inside and be sure to read your guys' comments. But for now, the inside will be staying the same, and of course the outside I am perfectly happy with. Moving on though, we also looked at the Scion Steel Mill in a previous video, as well as the stack deck and Ace Chemicals, as well as a bunch of other buildings over here I really don't want to list off, but they're on my first island, which is this island here. And apart from this island right here, we also have my Wayne Manor and Batcave all the way off in the distance, which you cannot see, but it's over there, just kind of separated on its own. And yeah, if you've missed any of those videos I mentioned, be sure to go check them out on my channel. I have a playlist, Minecraft New Gotham City, where you can catch yourself up on all the videos you may have missed. So yeah, they're all there in order for you guys. And now we're just going to have a little look at the island before we get into the main focus of today's video. I do need to change around some of the stained glass and stuff like that. I do need to definitely change that building for sure. I haven't got around to it, guys, yet. I'm sorry. But I will be doing that video quite soon, so I do need to kind of finish off Daggett. I was playing around with it, that's why it looks so plain on the front there. I've been playing around with some designs, but I promise by the time that video comes, I will be perfectly happy with the results. Anyway, I also changed around the stained glass for Star Labs. Don't know if I mentioned that last video or if I was saying I was going to change it last video. I'm not sure, though. I also need to change around some glass for some of these buildings as well. Right over here, that building's still not done. For those of you who have watched since the first video on this island, know that building has not changed. There's still that one big hole in the back wall. Like, there's nothing. Nothing has changed about this building. If you have any suggestions for that, please let me know, because I'm still kind of debating what I want it to be, and that's part of the reason it isn't done. But I believe that's everything I want to talk about. There's not really much changed on the island lately. But now on to the focus of today's video, which is the ice cream factory. Definitely the coolest building on the island. I'm sorry, that was a terrible pun. Okay, moving on though, we're going to be looking at the front first. So there's 3 ice cream cones here, definitely probably one of the first things that catches your eye. We've got a strawberry ice cream cone, we've got a mint chocolate chip ice cream cone, and we've got an orange sherbet ice cream cone. So that's quite cool. I did add some kind of dark orange spots in orange sherbet. Originally this is supposed to be like just plain orange, but I kind of added some dark spots just to make it, I don't know, give it a little bit more texture. I just felt it looked too plain with just orange wool, and these ones kind of had spots on them, so I just kind of felt that the dark spots really, I don't know, fit it more and made it look a little bit more texturized, I guess. Anyway, moving down here, we do have some beacons, like always. You can see factory building down there, factory building down there, all have beacons. I like putting them on my factory buildings. It just kind of shows, like, if you see a factory building by me, you'll know because there's beacons there. You'll be like, oh yeah, Bat's built that. That's his factory building. That's kind of how you know most of the time. I don't do it a lot anymore, but when I used to build factory buildings a lot, back when I built these, which was probably a few months ago, probably even more than that, whenever I built them, I just put a bunch of beacons everywhere. Anyway, so that's probably pretty much how you know when there's any factory buildings on this island, for sure. Some smaller windows here, you just kind of, you can't really see anything in there because of the giant vats of ice cream, but they're just kind of there for decoration, just to look nice. And yeah, we've got some windows here, very unique windows, kind of look like triangles or pyramids, kind of going up and down, and they're basically just to kind of go underneath the ice cream cones, just to add a little bit more design. And I add a few windows up here as well. So that's the front. Also as well, the door is also frozen over. One of the many Mr. Freeze references we'll look at this episode. This actually has been here for quite some time. Mr. Freeze has kind of settled himself into this building, and we'll look at that later on in the video. We'll see how much he's kind of settled himself in this building. I do want to talk about this now that I'm actually looking at it. I do have some Vantage Points here for Batman. I don't tend to put these on a lot of the outside buildings just because look how close these buildings are together. It's really, I don't know, kind of squished, and if I had my time back, I would rearrange these buildings, like the layout of them, a lot better. I learned stuff from doing every single one of my Gothams. I learned stuff from my old Gotham, and I've learned stuff from this Gotham. And this is what I've learned mainly, is that I need to do a better layout of my buildings. But it's really too late now to change the layout. But the buildings themselves I do like. I don't like the way they're laid out. I don't really like the sort of way it's going. But I mean, I can't change anything about it now because I've done so much. So you know, obviously there's no going back. Anyway, moving on to these kind of top windows up here. We're going to focus on them for the time being on this side, because you know it's kind of hard to see down there. We'll get a better look of it once we get to the other side of the building. But we do have this cool little pattern. It's a stone brick stair, stone brick block, stone brick stair. And those are on the sides of the windows, as you can see. And on the top and bottom of the window, we have some stone brick half slabs. So I just kind of played around with the design one day, and this is what I got. I do like this design. It's quite unique, quite cool. And definitely, I think it's one of my favorite designs out of the most of the buildings on this island. Just like the way I put it around the windows is definitely really nice. Here's a nice look at the back. We do have some smaller windows down there, of course, and some more beacons. Same thing on the other side over there. We just couldn't really see them that much because of that building's blocking it. We do have some longer windows as well, which is quite nice, pretty cool. And anyway, moving on to the other side now, because there's not much going on in the back. This is what the other side looks like, and it should be same on both sides. So nothing's really that different from that side over there. But there is one thing different. I do have sort of like a loading area for ice cream and stuff, to put the ice cream on different trucks. Here's my problem. When you come inside, here's a little sneak peek of the inside. When you come inside, the ice cream, the giant vats of ice cream, definitely blocks these sort of doors here. And honestly, I don't know what I want to do about it. I don't really want to get rid of this loading area, because then I have this giant space where this truck is supposed to go. But if I don't get rid of it, it looks kind of weird on the inside. And even if I just kept one of these, I mean, the stairs are still kind of in the way, which we'll get to in a second. But they're kind of in the way, so I don't know. Do you guys think I should keep all three doors, just keep the middle door, or get rid of all of them? And just kind of think about, if I get rid of all of them, obviously, there's going to be this big gap here where there's supposed to be like a truck too, like a ice cream truck. I guess I could put some ice cream trucks on the side of here. There just wouldn't be anywhere to load the ice cream onto the trucks. That's possible. But if you guys just want me to keep one door, three doors, or none, let me know. And I'll be sure to do that. I'll probably add some ice cream trucks over there as well now that I think about it. I always think of ideas a lot during videos for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to the top now, we do have these nice skylights, plain and simple. I do like the blue look of it. I had never done a blue skylight before, so that's quite interesting. And yeah, it looks nice. Anyway, I think we're going to move on to the inside of the building now. I don't think there's really anything else I need to talk about. I do have one thing, though. Actually, I just remembered. This railing right here, different from other railings. I use stairs instead of half slabs. As you can see, over here, I have half slab railings. But right here, this is kind of like a stair railing. It's thinner, and I like it. So if you guys want me to do that on more buildings, I'll definitely do that. Anyway, now we can go to the inside. Alright, moving on into the inside, because the door is frozen, we had to go through the roof. This is the inside. I don't know how many times I just said inside, but that was a lot. Alright, let's go through the flavors first off. We got strawberry, mint chocolate chip, orange sherbet. We talked about all them. This one is a combination of chocolate and vanilla. That's just because I didn't want to have one vat full of chocolate and one vat full of vanilla. I thought it would have been a waste of room, so I decided to blend them together to make this sort of cow texture, which is quite cool. So yeah, there's the cow flavored ice cream. That sounds terrible. It makes it sound like I just threw a cow in there. It's like ice cream. Anyway, continuing on, we have these giant, I believe they're called whisks. Yeah, I think, yeah, Bat's nose is cooking utensils. I think they're called whisks. Anyway, I have these giant whisks up here, and they basically are controlled from one row of them, which is, these two vats right here, are controlled from one panel. And the other line right here, the other row of them, are controlled by this panel. And what they do is basically this panel will lower it down, and it will basically make them start stirring. So it'll start stirring all the different whisks and stuff. I'm assuming, I'm just going to make up a little button layout here for you guys just so it makes a little bit more sense. This button would move them down into the ice cream. This whole row down into the ice cream. This lever right here would make these two start turning right here, these two. And this lever would make these two start turning. So that's kind of how they work. And it's the same thing for the other side. So this one, if I did this, it would raise it back up. And this one would make these two stop stirring. and if I flick that one, it would make these two stop stirring. So that's kind of how they work. And yeah, not really much going on up here though, but there is some stuff down here we can look at. Not much though. The main stuff is down the stairs, which I'm really excited to show you guys. So okay, we have a front door here, nothing really going on. We have a ladder here for coming down this sort of walkway. And we have the sort of shipping area, the shipment area, which I already talked about. So now we're ready to go downstairs, and I'm really excited. There's lots of Easter eggs in here. It's great. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm talking really fast. All right, we're downstairs now. So we've got some ice stuff right here, you know, like you would see in this sort of like cold freezer type area. But a lot of you guys are probably wondering what the heck this is. Now I know my friends who might be watching this are probably already sighing and be like, oh my god, Bats. I know Will for sure is going to be like, oh my god. Alright, basically, I normally wear the Steve skin, and I tend to make these little dummies on my friends' worlds. I remember me and my friend Azrael actually made a bunch in his Wayne Manor. Like, we made like a Mission Impossible Bats. We made like a Batman Bats. Like, if you want to see it, go look at a picture on my Instagram of it. It's pretty funny. Anyway, I put this here. Number one is a joke, and number two, I put this here as well because this is going to be where Mr. Freeze's spare suit is going to go. Here on the console editions, I don't know if any people on PC, if anyone here who's watching plays PC knows this, we don't have armor stands yet. I'm sure a lot of you may know this, or at least a few of you do. We don't have armor stands, so while I'm waiting for them, I just kind of threw this dummy here just to remind me that I need to put an armor stand here to put Mr. Freeze's stuff on this sort of armor stand right here. And this is going to be where his spare suit is going to go. I don't need any reminders in my Batcave because I promise you, I absolutely promise this, once armor stands come out, I will be filling my Batcave with those things. Like, it will be full. And I'll have a bunch of different suits on there. It'll be really fun. But for the time being, I just kind of threw this here because I wanted to remind myself to put this here. So if I come down here, I'll be like, what the heck is this here? Oh, right. And then I'll do it. So that's why that's there. Plus, it kind of, I didn't want to have like an empty space. I just wanted to have something to represent where it was going to go to show you guys. Anyway, moving on. We have this chair right here where Mr. Freeze sits down. He'll watch TV, keep updated on the outside world. Like I said, he's been isolated. Get it? Because it's ice. Anyway, he's been isolated in here for quite some time because, he's set up a pretty good layout. He's also got this snow globe. Now, I didn't really know how to do a snow globe, so I kind of threw a stained glass block here. I believe this is a white or like a gray stained glass block here. And honestly, that's all I got. If you guys know how to make some sort of snow globe, please let me know. I know, for one thing, it definitely references the animated series. It might also reference, did he have one in Batman and Robin? It's been a while, honestly. I don't watch that movie on a general basis. I don't go and be like, hey, let's go watch Batman and Robin. But yeah, I'm assuming he probably had one in there as well. But mostly from the animated series, he had like the little dancing girl with the snow coming down. This is what this is supposed to represent. And yeah, I didn't really know how to do it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Comment section below. This table's blank, but out here, this is kind of cool. There is a sort of entrance to the sewers. I'm hoping, actually, underneath all my buildings, this is a big goal I want to have, but underneath all these buildings, I want to have, like, rooms. Like maybe old storage rooms, whatever, and I want to have them all linked to the sewer. So when I do a sewer video, I won't just be flying around the sewers, with nothing there. I want to have a bunch of rooms to show you guys that I never got to show you guys during the actual building videos. So the sewer video could be really cool. It could have a lot of Easter eggs, and it could be pretty fun. Any Easter eggs I may have missed that you guys suggest to me, I can throw in these sort of old abandoned rooms in the other, in the buildings that I've already done. So that'd be quite cool. And yeah, so pretty much it for this room. But now we get to even more Easter eggs. This is sort of like an ice cream vault here, and Mr. Freeze has clearly tricked this thing out. Like it's full on tricked out here. And the first thing you're gonna notice is Nora right here. Oh God, she moved. What? You're supposed to be frozen, Nora. You're out of character. All right. So anyway, this is Nora Freeze. She's just chilling in there. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, she's just chilling out in there, and pretty much it's just it's just supposed to be like her little cryogenic stasis pod thing. I even got little wires going up to the ceiling, make it look all official and cool. And yeah, that's Nora. Over here we have a shelf full of ice cream. We got mint chocolate chip, orange sherbet, strawberry, dark chocolate, and milk chocolate. I just put them there to fill space, and vanilla. So I just kind of threw all them in there. Over here, this is quite cool. I actually have to give props to my friend XXWill55XX. He came up with this really cool idea that when you turn horse armor upside down, it looks like a gun. I know, it looks awesome. So this is basically supposed to be Mr. Freeze's freeze gun. Will originally did it with the iron armor to make it look like the grapple gun. It's really cool. And if you turn the gold armor, or not the gold armor, the diamond armor upside down, it looks like Mr. Freeze's freeze gun. So I thought it was quite cool. So this is Mr. Freeze gun Mark 1. And since I was lazy and wanted to use the same idea again, I used this for Mr. Freeze gun Mark 2. So we're just going to pretend this one's better or something. I don't know. Anyway, on to the final Easter egg and probably the final part of this building. Probably my favorite part of this building. I got to say, this is really cool. This is like a little habitat or sort of like a cage here. And these two cages belong to Mr. Freeze's polar bears from Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. So clearly he's been here for quite some time. He's able, to actually set this up. But this is quite cool. You come in here, you've got some snow and everything. Clearly the polar bears are gone at the moment. I was going to build them, and then I thought about the woolly mammoth I built back in my museum, and I said, yeah, I better not. It's just, I just get everyone mad at me. So I decided not to do that, but I did put their names here. There's Notchka, and there is Shaka. I didn't actually have them memorized. I watched the movie a couple of times to try to figure out their names, and then when I couldn't really figure out what he was saying sometimes, like I didn't really know if I was hearing it right or if I was going to be able to spell it right, I did what every good man would do. I Googled it. So yeah, if you go and Google it after some searching, you'll find them there, and that's quite cool. So Notchka and Shaka, and they have their own little polar bear habitats here, which is quite awesome. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Lots of Easter eggs, really fun to make. I remember liking doing the polar bear habitats. That was really cool. As soon as I was thinking of stuff I wanted to do, I definitely wanted to include the polar bears from Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, as I am a big animated series fan. But yeah, guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to go check out my friends, XXWill55XX and GothamBat759, both Minecraft Gotham City builders, which you'll probably like watching their videos if you like this one. And also go check out my channel if you already haven't. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, show your support for the channel, and subscribe if you already haven't. Next video, we're either going to be doing Maxie Zeus's Club, which is not finished yet. I'm having a little bit of trouble on the inside, but I'll work through it. So it's either going to be that building, or we're going to be doing Daggett Industries, which is also not done on the outside. So whichever one I finish first will probably be the next video. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for me. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I'm Bat0867, and I will see you guys all later. Peace out.